It up, it looks like this. Hello everybody, my name is Beck. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be going through all the books that I got from Booktopia. It is my very first time ordering from Booktopia. I bought this during the Boxing Day sale. So the Boxing Day is a day after Christmas for my non-Commonwealth friends out there. I would say it's the equivalent of the Black Friday from America, but the deals aren't that great. They're so especially this year. But I placed my order on the 22nd of December. They usually start a couple of weeks early these days. I don't know the exact time frame, but I placed my order on the 22nd of December and I received it today, which is the 6th of January. So it did take some time because I opted out for the free shipping option. You either pay $9.99 flat rate throughout Australia, or you can choose a book that has free shipping on it, which is usually around 10 to 15 bucks. Sometimes you can get it for cheaper, but the book that I wanted was 15 bucks. So instead of paying $9.99 for shipping, I chose a book. It took 2 weeks. So if you don't have the patience, I guess pay for shipping. But anyway, you're not really here for that. It is supposed to be summer in Australia. It was really hot a couple of days ago, especially here in Sydney. But today, as you can tell, I have to whip out all my winter gear because it is so freaking cold. It's currently raining. I also have some stuff from Big W that's coming in, and I'm just gonna wait a little bit more before I open them up. So more incoming hauls coming soon. They're right behind me. I'm using my body to like shield it. The state of my hair, my makeup is because I got rained on. I just really want to open this parcel. If you are with Commonwealth, I know other banks also do this, but I'm with Commonwealth, so I'm just gonna say from my experience, they do cashback sometimes with certain companies, and sometimes they do it with Booktopia. If you don't want to buy from Amazon and you want to like support local businesses and you want to buy like an American indie book for like a somewhat reasonable price and you don't want to pay like Dimmix prices, if you wait for a sale from Booktopia, it's doable. Okay, upon opening, this is what I see. Let's see. Oh, it's stuck together. I thought it would be like separate, so when I lift it up it looks like this. Apparently it's not as strong as I thought it would be. Apologies in advance if there's a lot of jump cuts in this video. I've only had like 2 hours of sleep, so I don't want to bore anybody by my incessant rambling. So I've got a couple of books. They are mainly romance because that's what I tend to read. So first bundle, sneak peek. You already seen it. They actually color coded the books into separate bundles, which gives me serotonin and so much joy. The packaging is wrapped so well that it's taking me a while to like unwrap everything. Okay, there is a little dent, but that's fine. They wrapped it a little bit too tight. Aside from like a little hiccup there, it's completely fine. So I got You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle. If you're unfamiliar with this one, this is the American copy. Ta-da! So this is what the UK/Australian version looks like. I'm gonna struggle pronouncing stuff today because of the lack of sleep, so bear that in mind. Apologies in advance if I butcher anybody's names. And I was very hesitant on picking this one up. My local library didn't have it, or else I would have borrowed it by now. I wouldn't have bought it. And I've heard so much mixed reviews. A lot of people actually end up liking it, the people that I trust. The premises of the story is basically between our 2 main characters, Naomi and Nicholas. They are engaged to be married. They are trying to get out of the wedding, because I think if one of them forfeits the wedding, they have to pay for it. Like whoever like gets out of the wedding has to pay for it. And they're pranking each other. It sounds like a horrible, messy kind of time. It doesn't sound like a fun time to me, but I've seen people that I trust really like this book, so I'm like, I'll give it a go. I didn't think I'll like Ice Planet Barbarians, and then I ended up reading a whole bunch of alien romances, so who am I to judge? Am I right? Am I right? Anyway, I've been rambling way too much. Let's move on. Looking forward to that. I do like the American cover more, but hey, I couldn't find it. We're just gonna have to stick with that one. Alrightio, the second book that I have is Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. I'm really struggling to film today. I really should sleep and eat before I do these things, but here I am. I have read one of her other books. Well, I didn't finish it, but I attempted to read it. It's the Teacher Romance. I've heard of her other books before, and I just wanted to start off with the first book of the series, but I know her second and third book is a bit more popular. I think it is part of the series. The writing style seems fine. I just never got around to finishing it because I think I was going through my book slump phase, and that's why I had to stop with the contemporary romance and I went on a deep dive with the paranormal romance. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this book. Spoiler by Olivia Day is about a guy called Marcus Has a Secret. While he may be the star of the biggest show on TV, he's also a prolific fan fiction writer. Through his stories, Marcus releases his frustration with the shows, but if anybody ever found out about his online persona, he'll be fired immediately. April has secrets of her own, a hardcore fan of Marcus's show. She's long hiding her fanfic and cosplay hobbies from her real life, but not anymore. But when she dares to post her latest costume creation on Twitter, her plus size take goes viral. And when Marcus asks her out to spite her critics, truth officially becomes stranger than fan fiction. Brackets. Sounds fun. I didn't even read the blur for this one. I've seen the American copy. I think it's in blue. I just saw the title, heard people talk really good things about it, tried to hit free shipping if I'm being honest, and I recognized the author and that's why I picked it up. But anyway, it sounds really fun. I'm glad I picked it up. Don't come for me. I am an impulsive shopper. Okay, next book. I don't know if this is the second book of the series or the third book, but I have Take a Hint, Dani Brown by Talia Hibbert. Again, the reading is not going well today. Reading out loud, never been good at it. This is part of a series. I do have the first book, which is Get a Life by Chloe Brown. I have read Talia Hibbert's novellas before, the Christmas one. It was an average read for me. I rated it 3-star, and I heard really good things about this entire series. I did not read the first book, so I can't say for sure, but I did read something from this author. I know she has like a bunch of new books coming out and I'm really excited for it. And I figured out if I have the first book, I might as well pick up the rest. These aren't traditionally published, I don't think so. These are indie published and they're quite expensive, and when I saw them on sale, I went and picked it up. Yeah, that's all the motivations I needed. I've been eyeing it. I'm glad I waited because I think it was like $20 a pop. It has romance, tension, burn t-shirts. This one is about grumpy sunshine, fake dating in public. Sounds fantastic. Sounds great. Sounds fun. Really like the cover. I am a sucker for cartoon covers. I decided to pick up the entire series. I have the audiobook for the third book, but not the first two, which is a shame. Alright, next I have Josh plus Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. I didn't know this was going to be Friends to Lovers. I just saw this book floating around and I was very intrigued. Once again, I didn't really read the blur. I don't really like Friends to Lovers. It's really hit and miss for me. Same with like books by Christina Lauren, but I keep buying them hoping for the best. I know they are a duo. I have read Love and Other Words, Unhoneymooners, The Soulmate Equations. 3 of them mixed vibe, mixed reviews. Personally for me, in the Unhoneymooners, earlier when I started my Goodreads account, I rated that book pretty high. I didn't like the ending. I think he didn't grovel enough personally for me, but I was more lenient with my ratings. Love and Other Words, certain things weren't addressed properly. I felt bad most of the time, and in The Soulmate Equation, something was just missing. I'm hoping for the best for this one. Once again, I've heard like mixed reviews, but Friends to Lovers is not my favorite trope, but here's to hoping. I also have something wilder. I had it for a while. I'm hoping I'll read it soon. I think I was just burnt out with contemporary romance, but I'm back on the contemporary romance train, so hopefully I will get a chance to read it. Okay, I will go through my only non-fiction book towards the end. I'm gonna spice things up. I've sat here for like 30 minutes trying to like string out a proper sentence, so just letting you know it's a struggle street. But Friends to Lovers, not my favorite trope. Surprise pregnancy, not my favorite trope as well. What else? I also really hate second chance romance, but I have plenty of second chance romance. I'm trying to find the perfect second chance romance book to prove myself wrong. I think this is the third book. So we have Act Your Age by Eve Brown. I'm finally going through the second pile by Talia Hibbert. And this one is about the bed and breakfast one. I've heard about this one. A lot of people said that this is like one of the best out of the series. Usually I hear praises with Take a Hint by Dani Brown and this one, Act Your Age, Eve Brown. These two are more popular than the first book from what I've seen. But this one's been talked about a lot more. Eve Brown is a certified hot mess. No matter how strong she strives to do it right, her life always goes horribly wrong. She's given up trying, but when her personal brand of chaos ruins a wedding, her parents draws the line. It's time for Eve to grow up and prove herself, even though she's not entirely sure how. Jacob Wayne is always in control. The uptight B&B bed and breakfast expects nothing less than perfections from his employees. So when a purple-haired tornado of a woman applies for his open chef position, he tells her a brutal truth, not a chance in hell. Then she hits him with her car, supposedly by accident. Romance is not dead. This one I'm looking forward to, but I need to read the first book, then the second book. I think this is the third book. I did not expect to pick this one up, but I could not pass out on it because it was such a bargain. So I have Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have seen her books floating around the booktops and booktube, and I have yet to read a single book from her, but I have the entire series for this one. I attempted to read it over the holidays. It didn't happen. What do I do instead? Buy a book from her older series. And I have the audio book from Anyplay. It's like a monthly subscription. It's all her backlog or her older stuff is like on there, and I can access it anytime. It's currently thunderstorming and I have 2 hours of sleep, so the brain is author of the fantastical Dark Elements. I think this is called the Dark Elements, which I have, so I'm gonna have to read that first. And this one's about an 18-year-old Trinity Marrow maybe going blind, but she can see and communicate with ghosts and spirits. I wish I had that. Her unique gift is part of a secret so dangerous that she's been hiding for years in an isolated compound, fiercely guarded by wardens, gargoyle shapeshifters who protect humankind from demons. The demons discover the truth about Trinity. They devour her flesh and bone to enhance their powers. We can see ghosts in this one, so I suppose this one's also about demons and gargoyles. Have I started? No, I attempted the first book. Trust and believe, I tried. I will have to go through these ones first before I can even start this one. It's not going to happen anytime soon. I do have access to all of the audio book. My local library also has them. My friend's library also has them. So I'm not in a hurry to finish this one. I bought a Christmas book. I don't even celebrate Christmas. But once again, this was such a bargain. I thought, why not? And so they're really pretty. So yeah, I got the Sleigh Rides and Silver Bells at the Christmas Fair by Heidi Swan. By the time I actually read this book, it will be Christmas again. I have a couple of Christmas books that I haven't got a chance to get around to, even though I said I would in my last TBR. I'm nothing but a liar. Okay, so small town romance trying to rediscover themselves. Very hallmarky. It's like a very clean romance, so there we have it. It was only $5. Ever since I started reading books again, I really wanted this book. I've heard really good things about it, and I was in my small town romance phase, and this book will get mentioned in every recommendation that I'll watch. It's The Simple Life by K.A. Tucker, and I do have the ebook, and I know the first audio book is available on Scribd. I've considered buying the audio book as well, but once again, when I saw this on sale, I had to get it. I only got the first book because the other books in this series was like $50. And I was like, I'll just stick with the ebooks. This just feels a lot fragile, and the texture, I understand the texture thing, it's just completely different. I'm just like used to books that feels like this, and I'm a ebook girly, but I really wanted a physical copy of this book. And if you are sensitive to texture, this is a matte book, very matte feeling. If that bothers you, bear that in mind. It doesn't bother me too much. I'm just like not used to this texture. But anyway, small town romance, Grumpy Sunshine sounds great. Based in Alaska. I heard really good things about this. I'm really happy to finally own like the physical copy of it. $17 US, 23 Canadian. I got it for a bargain. I'm great. It says here. And last but not least, my only non-fiction book is 10 Things About Writing by Joanne Harris. You're probably wondering, why did you buy this book, Rebecca? Are you becoming an author? Absolutely not. I bought it to hit free shipping, and I was reading the reviews for this one. I was gonna buy another romance book to get my free shipping. I didn't particularly want any of them, so I decided to buy this one. This one had the best reviews, and who knows, maybe later down the line I might write a book. Slim to none, it's never gonna happen, but I just wanted to see the process of writing a book, I guess, and I was really intrigued because I've heard of this author before, but I have never read anything from her. So it's either pay shipping or buy another book, so I chose this book. But because I chose this book, I had to wait additional 10 to 13 working days just to get my order. Anywho, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say to me. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content from me. Bonus clip, I just got this today. I got the Stolen Air by Holly Black. So my lights are out. I've been talking way too long. But anyway, if you would like to see another haul video, it'll come soon. Trust and believe. I'm gonna read this first. I want to see Jude and Carden again. But I also heard that like they get mentioned in this book, but they don't make an actual appearance. That's what I've gathered from like watching people talk about it. But hey, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!